Life choice. Every day we make choices, either good or bad ones. But the choices that we make will either make us a better person or make us what you don't want to be or what I don't want to be. Life is a choice. What are your choices in life? Welcome. This is Life Choice with Veekii Royce, and I am your host, Veekii Royce. This program is designed to give you insights into the characterization of important people in the society, where we'll be sharing their experiences and be talking about their lifestyle and the decision they've made that brought them this far. Are you ready? On today's episode, we will be talking about mother's love. What is mother's love? Okay, sit back and relax. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get down into today's business. We'll be right back.
It's a new dawn, yeah. Life choice.
Oh, life is full of choices. We live with them, I guess you noticed. I can hear the voices, but I still choose the way of life.
Life choice
With Veekii Royce, Veekii Royce.
life choice.
With Veekii Royce, Veekii Royce.
We've got the gist and scoop, yeah. Come check this. We've got the glitz and glamour, yeah. Life choice. We take you through reality. We take you through spirituality. We bring you from the depths. We take you to the
Welcome. If you're just joining us, this is Life Choice with Veekii Royce, and I am your humble host, Veekii Royce. Today with me in the studio is the beautiful, amazing, a pastor, a wife, a mother. She is a multi-award winning gospel minister, and her name is Funmi Taiwo. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're so pleased to have you. Look amazing.
Pleasure is mine. You look good too,
Thank you, ma.
as always.
So tell us, how long have you been in the industry?
8 years. Yeah, my first album, official first album, came out this year.
Wow.
The Glory of God. It was launched 19th of June this year. Yeah, so
Wow. So what's your journey like in the industry? How has it been?
beautiful. You know, gospel music has its own strength, its own power. You know, you don't. Gospel music is not something you can just jump into.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
It's been a beautiful journey.
Yes.
You know, it's been a long way coming. Thank God for inspirations to have new songs. You know, so I'll say it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful.
So tell us, what inspired you to be a gospel artist?
Music. My dad. You know, I say this everywhere I go. When I was much younger, my dad will play the likes of Jackson 5, the likes of Sonny Oposo. You understand? There's a way he just lets music flow in the house.
Yes.
You understand? And I think from there, I fell in love with it. You understand? And music is like a part of me. That's, for me, it's life. You know, there's a place your spirit goes into when you're alone.
Yes.
It either goes into depression, God forbid, or it goes, there's just something that comes to your mind when you're alone. So for me, music does the magic for me.
Wow.
Yes. So personally, music means a lot to me. Yes.
So what are the greatest challenges you're experiencing in the gospel industry at the moment?
Greatest challenges. You know, we have lots of beautiful gospel music ministers out there. You understand? and you have to be careful where you go to.
Yes.
The people you want to mingle with, you know. If it's like a personal business now, you just want to enter into any area. Okay, it's happening here, let me go if I will get ideas or get clients. But when it comes to gospel music, you have to sit down and hear when God tells you go to this place, or okay, link yourself with this, or okay, link yourself. So it's like, Father, I'm just going to sit till when you tell me to move.
And is it easy waiting? Because waiting is a whole lot.
It is not easy.
It's a whole lot of job. So how do you feel when, you know, a lot of, I'll go deep a little bit. A lot of gospel, a lot of growing, both the ones that are made and the ones that are yet to be, you know, successful, go through this journey of waiting. And how do you feel when you see others doing so fine and they go for ministrations and, you know, because you just feel like, how do you feel? Do you feel like, oh, Father, is something wrong? Do you feel discouraged, or you just wait and you intentionally agree that it is your waiting period and you wait on the Lord?
Yeah, you know, over time, you get to know how God works with you. Yeah. You know, the Bible says a day to us, a day to a thousand years to God is like a day. Do you understand? When you understand that that's how God deals with you, you just hold your peace.
And wait for your time.
Yes, someone like me now, if I venture into something new, I know the duration of time it takes me. Okay. So over time, I've learned to know my waiting years. So if I start a thing and it's not growing, I tell myself, Funmi, just calm down. You're not there yet. The time, I know there's going to be a waiting time. What you do in that period of waiting is what matters. Are you envious of others while they are doing it? Or you are just like, oh, this person is doing this. Are you learning? The Bible says you should study to show thyself approved. Are you learning on the process of your waiting? Are you, you know, acquiring more knowledge from one place or the other? Or you're just sitting down and I'm like, okay, it's my waiting, let me just sit. So the waiting time is a beautiful time. It's a time you get to know yourself more. You get soaked in your own music. Do you understand? And you give people the space to enjoy your music. You know, already comments are coming in, messages, people sending message. I'm blessed by your song, you know, by your deeds, especially the song Anu. You know, I get messages every day. And to me, it is...
very encouraging.
Yes, it is encouraging. All songs are not meant for everybody. Yes. Those who need to hear it. In as much as they are hearing it, you're fulfilled. So to me, that's my fulfillment. So
how do you manage your home and ministration?
Okay. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mother, and I'm a gospel music minister. Merging these three together, I've realized that a woman, the life of a woman, you must be a mother, you must be a wife. And if you're the type that you just like, I don't want to just sit, I want to support this man, I want to support the home, I want my girl child to understand that as a woman, your position is not meant to just be in the house alone. You also have to find something to do. You understand? Merging these together, all these three together, myself, I gave it time. Do you understand? I gave it time. My first 10 years of marriage, I did not, you know, officially venture into music. I gave time so that I could take care of the kids. You understand? Look after them. Then at a point, I went to work. And at a point, I stopped working. I started my own business. You understand? So I just know that I just give it time, because you can't cheat the womanhood.
There you have it. We're still in the studio with the amazing, beautiful Funmi Taiwo. We'll go on a quick break, and when we'll come back, we'll be talking about mother's love. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Life Choice with Veekii Royce, and I'm still your humble host, Veekii Royce. I still have in the studio with me Funmi Taiwo. We're glad to have you. So, please tell us, what's your understanding about mother's love?
Mother's love. Some years ago, I was thinking, and then I realized that there are mothers and there are mothers.
Yes.
It's not a woman who gets pregnant, goes to the labor room, put to bed, is a mother.
Yes.
But it is not, that does not complete you.
As a mother.
As a mother. A mother is a woman with a mother's heart. So for you to, mother's love is that extra part of you that goes into the child, into the home. You know, like, this thing is hurting me, but I want to take the hurt, I want to put the hurt apart. I want to sort out why this person is hurting me.
Mother's love. Ma, please tell us,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the power of mother's love?
The power of mother's love is being able to correct your child,
Yes.
being able to accommodate
Yes, the flaws.
the flaws, their excesses, understanding that as a child, if they don't make mistake, you will not know where to correct them. So that's the utmost part of it for me, being able to consume their errors, their mistakes, and having the grace to control and correct them in the appropriate ways. When you need to talk, when you need to be firm, and when you need to show them the road. Even if you don't intend using it, but you need to let them know. See, if you mess up,
I'll deal with you. So tell us, man, what's the importance of mother's love on a child?
You see this generation we are now.
Yeah, please.
The kind of people you see, God, this generation is a generation of children who are being groomed by mothers who, I don't want to say maybe they don't understand what it means, because if a child is loved in the house, it will be easy for the child to go to school and express love to people. If a man grows up in a home where he was loved and he could feel the love from his mother, and from his mother passed to his father, when he's married or he has someone he wants to, if he's in a relationship, he will treat her well. He will treat her well.
Because you understand what love means.
Yes.
Wow.
And it will not be abused. So the importance is on the children. When they go out, it makes they make the world a better place.
Wow. They're without fear, worries, intimidation.
Yes.
Wow.
They just understand.
Please tell us, what's your ideology on mothers that over pampers their child?
It's a dangerous one. Even the Bible says when you spare the rod, you're spoiling the child. You know, there's this part of the Bible that I love so much. It says our children are arrows in our hands. It said they will stand by the gate and talk to our enemies. If you now over pamper, there is time for everything in life. When a child is between the age of 0 and 5, they should receive some trainings. They should know that my mom will not like this.
Yes, if I do
this, mommy will not like it.
Yes.
If you give me something and I eat it, mommy will not like it. I must let mommy.
They need to know what is bad.
Yes. They are right from they are wrong. They need to know. When you now over pamper the child, and the child is of a teenage age and you want to
correct the child.
It looks strange to them. It's not like they choose to be disrespectful, but that part of you that you want to bring up, you never brought it up when they were 5 years.
So you cannot now begin to introduce it to them when they are older.
Come and sit here. They will look at like, where's this coming from?
Mommy, you can't tell me that.
Like, when did you start this? Do you understand?
Yes.
So, but if you're firm with them, like I'm from that school, I don't believe
in pampering it.
I don't. You can pamper a child with gifts. you can pamper a child by making the child comfortable, not, entering into their space. Me, for example, if we'll be having a guest,
Yes.
I'll tell my children, because they might want to sit in the sitting room. I will tell them, okay, we'll be having a guest next week, so you might be spending most of the times in your room. You understand? Use your TV, but you might have to be. I'll tell them ahead of time. That is me respecting them.
Yes.
That's what I call pampering. But when a child does something, when we were growing up, another person in the market can just beat you up for your mother. They will help. They will deal with that child for you. And you will see your mother will come and say, thank you. Back then, that's how it used to be. But now, we are left to deal with these children ourselves. Ourselves. So I don't believe in, a child does something wrong and you just and leave him as a child. So, no.
Please tell us, how do we handle a child with love without being, over pampering?
I take myself for an example. Anytime any of my children misbehave,
Yes.
I call them. Do you know what you have done? They say yes. What have you done? I will allow the child to explain. Did you do it well? He will say no. If you do it next time, what should I do to you? Use your hand and put your pen in the judgment book.
So sign your judgment book.
What should I do to you when next you do this? And when the child tells me, you know what I tell them? I say, go to your room. Go and ask God for mercy. That's what I do. I give them that sense of, you are not only offending mom or dad, you're also doing what is wrong in the sight of God. So go and apologize to God.
So do you think raising your voice means trying to correct the child, but your voice is louder than usual? Do you think is too harsh on the child, or if the child does something wrong, we should just say, Tolu, that thing you did, do you think that child will take you seriously?
There are different tones.
Yes.
You give to children. These days you need to let them know what you mean, either by your looks or by your voice. So when the voice changes, mommy has changed that voice. That voice.
So you don't think there's a maltreatment when you raise your voice on a child?
If you raise your voice on a child in public,
Yes.
it's like you're disgracing the child. So in public, yes. Like you're in a supermarket and the boy is like, my friend, will you come here?
To you is embarrassment.
Yes. You know what I tell them? Before leaving the house, I tell them, I would not like to shout on you in public.
So do you think it's every time?
Every one of you behave yourself.
You think it's every time you remember to give them in advance?
Like you give them look. When they're about, you just...
Depending on the situation.
Yes. You give them that look. It's either they just mellow.
What about a child that is stubborn? When I mean stubborn.
There are children
And they frustrate you. Some children can be very frustrating. Yes.
Children like that, as a mother that I gave birth to this child.
Yes.
This is who this child is. There's a way to tame them.
Okay.
I have a son, my second son. If you are with him in the supermarket, before you check this, he's somewhere else. You know what? He's also up. He's checking. You can go and bring things from another shop and say, Mommy, what is this? What do they use it for? He will ask you questions. So what I do before going to the supermarket, if we are all together, I will tell him, come and shop with me. So anytime I want to carry, Henry, go and pick that one. Go and, maybe you like shopping. Maybe you like asking questions. So you go and be doing it for me. I really don't believe in shouting on a child in public, like raising my voice on a child in public. I feel is a disgrace to them. Like, they should also have their privacy if we are at home.
That means a child must be respected in the public.
Yes.
That's are you sure that will go down well with Nigerian mothers? Nigerian mothers, will it go down well with you?
You understand? Like, if you shout on a child in public, two things. The child might feel intimidated. And if they are among their peer groups, if you're not there, like you that your mommy shouted on you that day, like shift to let your mommy not come and shout on you again. It will look like. But what I tell them, once we are going out or I'm going to have a guest in the house, I tell them, don't do what will make me shout. Shouting on you is disgracing you. So don't let me disgrace you in this place. So respect yourself. So if they are misbehaving,
mothers always have that side.
do you know, I'm like,
like how do you mothers just generate sound that
I just give them,
and they know what's up?
they will come one.
Which other side do you do? Which other side?
It's just the looks. And mommy, I just look you.
I know that mommy is on fire.
So before you ask, mommy, can I? You have seen my face.
Like it's a no. Yeah, you've heard it, guys, from Mrs. Funmi Taiwo. Please, we're still talking about mother's love. But before we continue, we'll go on a quick break and we'll come back. We'll continue on the topic. We'll be right back.
With Veekii Royce, Veekii Royce.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Life Choice with Veekii Royce, and I am your host, Veekii Royce. We are still in the studio, and we're talking about mother's love. And yes, I still have with me in the studio, Mrs. Funmi Taiwo. So please tell us, how do, a lot of women go through this trauma of not being loved while they were growing up. So you said something in the beginning, you said for those that does not have this, that they did not grow up in a family where they show love, cannot give love when they grow and start having their own family. So how can a mother that does not know how to love begin to love her own child?
It's I will not say it's easy. Let's be sincere about the whole thing. I will not say it is easy, because if you don't know what it means to be loved, you might not be able to express it.
Yes.
That's why marriages, they say the first 5 years of marriage is a time of you trying to check and understand one another. Yeah. You understand? As a woman, it's there's something God has placed in our hearts as women.
Yes.
We find it easy to love. We can easily just love. We can easily just accommodate things. We can easily just, take things up. Take me for an example. I grew up in Jos, and back then we don't believe, or in Jos they don't really believe in, you're married, you and your husband, people are coming to stay with you, this in-law, that in-law, that. The area where I grew up is just one man, one woman, and their children.
Nuclear family.
Straight up. But you see me, 1 week into my marriage, I had more than 2-3 people. Well, after I'd given birth to my second child, we were 12 of us, 13 in the family, in my house.
You said what again?
Welcome to my world. Seriously, we were 13.
How did you cope with 13 people in your house?
Husband, you have my 2 kids. So I was having 9 other persons.
Why? What are they doing in your house?
In the house. They came, Abuja now, some came for service. After service, they started working. Some followed my in-law, started living.
And your house became a guest house?
Yes, like very big. Like I would be sleeping and I would just say, it's a go.
So do you find it inconveniencing, or you
see that part?
Or you enjoy it?
Thanks to my husband, it was very helpful.
So your husband is accommodating too?
You cannot live in my house and disrespect his wife. He will show you the way out of the house. He will tell you, my wife owns this house. So if you disrespect her,
you're out.
Straight. So it made it easy for me. And like I told you, it's always good to understand how God works with us. God was using them to train me. It was another process.
But that's quite a lot for you to learn from.
But today,
9 extra in your house?
Today they are all married. Most of them have children, 2 children, 3.
So, and it was smooth?
Yes.
Living with 9 extra people?
My husband was very helpful. You don't touch my pot of soup if I'm not around. My husband will not. He will not even ask for food. So you that you are living in the house,
You can't go to the kitchen.
why will you go to my kitchen? Why will you touch my pot? He will not even ask for food. And if I'm going out, you know, I've been in the choir. So if I'm leaving the house, he will ask me, what should they cook? So I come back, they have cooked. And those guys too were very peaceful.
Oh, except that.
Yes, very peaceful. Everybody knows what to do, and they gave me my own space.
So how did that mother, you know, learn how to love her child?
Now, this process of a woman who didn't grow up with love, it's like what I just told you now. I didn't grow up, I didn't learn that part of accommodating people. But I found myself in it. There's this part of a woman that can endure. You see positivity in everything. You have to love your child. And before the child comes, there's the man. So you just have to love the man, irrespective of his excesses. You understand? Pass it on to your child. Let the child understand. Like me now, I share my story. I'm not the best child of my family growing up. My elder sister was my mother's, you know, best child, like a favorite child. But it's okay. It's all fine. I tell my kids these days, we just laugh over it. So I tell them, I'm going to share whatever I pour out to you. I'll share it equally.
So it's the one of the first step is to first of all endure the excesses of the child, understanding that this is just a child. Is having a favorite child a bad thing in a home?
I would say it's totally bad. Totally bad.
Please tell us.
There's no how we can... in your art, you might not be able to love equally in your art, but you should be able to express equal love to the children. Yes. Recently, I came back from the States, and I realized that I bought... I picked, you know, trousers. I picked two. I have two boys and a girl. So I picked two. So I think in the process of bringing it out of my cart, I dropped one. Do you understand? You know what I did? That one.
You shared it.
Kenny, I didn't bring it out. So I left it. In my mind, if I get something else that's similar to it, I'll present it to the two of them. Not like the other one will be bothered, but I just don't want to pass
a wrong message
or a wrong signal to any of them, because sincerely, I have been there, and it's not a good one. It's not a beautiful journey. You know, when you know that, when it's obvious to you.
So you were not like the favorite of your mother?
I was of my dad. You understand? But my mom, we all knew she loves someone, and we all knew, and she was not hiding it.
Wow.
See, there is this, yes, in those days, you will not really blame them, because we learn faster now than they are doing. Do you understand? We learn faster now than they are doing. At a point, it became so glaring that one day I asked my dad, "Shay, you will show me my mom see one day."
Wow.
And my dad was like, "Kilo she be mommy any?" I said, "No." I said, no. You know.
So you didn't feel the mother love?
Not really. But over time, we started talking about it, myself and her.
As she grew up.
You know, now we even laugh. If she comes to my house and tell me, don't shout on that child, I say, "Mom, see, your own no be shout to."
So it's not good
your own are flogging, so
for
leave it.
A parent to have a favorite.
Totally wrong, seriously. Totally wrong. What really helped me?
Because do you know that even up till date, there are parents that have favorite child, and it's obvious, and it causes a big problem in the future.
Let me tell you a shocking story. I have 3 children, but I say I have 4 because I have a daughter. I took her in when she was 8 years old.
Wow.
Today she's 22. Yes, her birthday was last week. She's 22 today. So she's my daughter. If you come to my house, you will not know that I'm a biological. You will not know I'm not a biological mother. My last child of 8 years just asked me of recent, "Mommy, are you truly Auntie Motunrayo's mother?" So why is she calling Mommy Gbola her mother? I say, in Yoruba land, you call elderly people Mommy. So, but I'm a mother. So just for her not to feel that gap.
Please tell us, what word of advice do you have to tell the child who has a mother but yet does not feel loved?
I'll tell that child not to take it seriously. Yes, because you know one thing with mothers, they will always come back to realize. So till your own mother gets to a point of realization, you just have to embrace her still.
And accept her.
And accept her. And your siblings, there shouldn't be hatred between you and your sibling because your mom is not showing you that she loves you, or she's telling you to your face that she prefers your sister or your brother more than you do. Just take it easy with her. With time, I'm sure they will understand.
We'd like to ask you, you're a mother and you love your child. What if your child, for instance, tell it to your face that, "Mommy, I don't love you"? Why? Because there's another person out there who he or she feels is better than you. And she says, "Mommy, I don't want you to be my mother anymore." With everything you've done, and decides to follow another person and say, "That's my mom and that's where I want to follow." Will you disown that child? Or would you just accept and let the child be or go where he or she wants to go?
You see, as a mother, you see the place of prayer is very important. You cannot completely say you have succeeded as a mother until when that child is fully grown, married, and comes back and still recognizes you as his or her mother.
What if the child does not recognize you as his or her mother?
Children like that. There are children who just go astray. I've seen children do that. I've seen some of my friends' daughter got married, and she preferred one other woman to her mother.
Wow.
Yes, these things, they happen. You understand? But as a mother, what do you do? Yes. A child who is grown, he or she is already wise. They know their left from their right. You just know that something went wrong somewhere.
Yes.
So you just go back to your place of prayer. Pray and trust God to convince them. Don't stop showing the love you have to them. Don't stop pouring out your love to them. Don't stop doing the things you used to do for them. Don't stop. Whatever it is that is confusing them out there will end someday. And they will come back.
Wow. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
So much. So before we let you go, Funmi, Taiwo, we have something for you on behalf of Life Choice with Veeki.
Oh, wow.
We appreciate your coming.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for coming.
Thank you. Oh, this is beautiful.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Family, we've come to the end of today's episode on Life Choice with Veeki Royce. I hope that you've learned something. Viewers, mothers, children, whether you have a bad mother or a bad child, the most important thing you should understand and you must imbibe is always show love regardless of the situation, because your mother's action might be as a result of our past experience with our own mother. So you should show or teach your mother how to love you also, my opinion. So that is it for today's episode. I hope that you've learned, and I pray that God will give us the ability to love our children. And as children, God will give us the ability and understanding on how to love our mothers. Also, do not forget to follow us on our digital platforms. Please like and comment. Also, for sponsorship and advertisement, please call the numbers displayed on your screen. I remain your humble host, Veeki Royce. Thank you for watching Life Choice with Veeki Royce. See you again next time on another episode. God bless you.